So I had been having some issues with Castor about getting too excited with the food and wanting to come into my space, so I wanted to review his default and do that in protected contact. So I just have the rope up, it's not electric, and then I'm just going to reward him for keeping his head straight and not coming into my space. So my biggest problem that I had here was that. Okay, a couple things. I should be rewarding a lot faster, so as soon as his head comes up, I should be rewarding, clicking and treating. And then that's not going to give him the opportunity to do that, where he leans and he's kind of sitting up, like push his shoulder forward. So that's not a huge deal. I'm not super sure why I'm really was really picky about that, but I'll tell you when I should be right there. I should be reinforcing there. So I just got really stuck on him like being a little bit further back. Yeah, I'm not sure why I needed him to be further. He's confused too. I'm confused on why I'm doing that. but but okay, so when you're first teaching something or reteaching something, I should be rapid fire feeding. So a lot over and over and over again so that he understands what it is that I want. I'm giving him too much time in between, and that's where I'm getting that shoulder shift from. So he's like, okay, what do I do? Okay, I'm bored. What should I do? Oh, maybe I'll lean this way, or maybe I'll look this way. It just gives you the horse way too many opportunities to throw in behaviors you don't want. So from this point where I should be clicking and feeding immediately, then I can build up duration with 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and then start moving around and adding in duration, stuff like that. Moving around while I'm in duration. So while he's can wait 10 seconds, then I can start moving around. And then, so maybe I'm walking for 1 second while he stands still, and then I have to build that up. Or I'm doing whatever, so you have to add that in later. But I think that's where that all was coming from. So now that I watch it back, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But see, I should be clicking feeding here because now I'm giving him too much time, and he's kind of like, Rock, just wait over. That wasn't bad, but that's where those behaviors are coming from. So, and then at the time, I was like, I don't understand why he doesn't get it. But I'm not showing him like this is the behavior I want. I'm leaving too much room in there, space for him to do other behaviors. So that's why. But instead of doing that, I should have just started with one, click fed, two, click fed, three, click fed, and continue on from there. He's actually being really nice right here. I should be feeding that because he's not moving. He's just standing nice and straight. He understands the default. I just didn't understand the default. So this is a little troubleshooting with your default. But yeah, so that's how it should be. Start with the bucket. As soon as he picks his head up out of the bucket, I'm going to click and feed. Um, and then I'm going to just, once he has that part, then I'm going to click and feed really quickly while he's standing in this position with his head straight. So I'm feeding for position. I want him straight ahead and relaxed and not moving his shoulders, not doing anything else. So rapid fire feed for position while he's standing nice and straight. Then I'm going to start building duration. So 1 second, click feed. 2 seconds, click feed. But I would do 1 second for 3 times, and then 2 seconds for 3 times, and 3 seconds for 3 times, and then so on until you can do 10, 20 seconds, however long you want. And then you can start adding in other things. So he stands there while you brush him, or you walk around, or you do whatever. But that's a process. So yeah, it actually looks really good here. So I'm not really sure why I was just waiting too long, and then he was like, okay, what do I do now? And he started throwing in behaviors, and that was the issue. But yeah, this is a nice little what not to do problem solving clip with standing in default.